you are back in the toy barn. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend and things are going well for you. But before we begin, if you haven't already, what are you doing? Subscribe to the Madcap Toys family. We want you to be a part of us. Also, make sure you hit the bell for all notifications because each and every time we upload content, of course, you're going to be the first to know. And comments, you know we love them, so just keep them coming. It's been a crazy week, but a good week. Sales have started to pick up over the weekend, and we are so excited about it. Not only that, it's continuing to snow outside, but we're not going to let that stop us when it comes to reselling. We've been putting our boots on, strapping them on, getting on our winter coats, heading out to the shed, our toy barn, of course, and getting things out ready for packing. So as soon as we got back, some of you may have heard we had to go to a funeral over the last couple of days, and soon in the next couple of days our grandson is going to be born. So we've been doing on and off different things when it comes to listing and packing and all of that. So today we did have a moment when we came home and arrived back home to get ready for our next trip. We had sat there and got things all done at the toy barn to get things found, packed, stacked, and listed. So I've got that ahead of me, but I wanted to reach out to you guys today to talk about some items that we sold on Madcap Toys Plus. But before we do that, I wanted to talk to you guys about something pretty important. Wanted to share with you, and it's something that we all use when it comes to reselling boxes, right? I want to ask you guys a question. I want you to do me a favor and drop it in the comments below. I would love to kind of get your feedback on this. So when it comes to boxes, do you mostly reuse already used boxes, or do you use all brand new boxes? So some people, mostly all the time or majority of the time, they reuse boxes that either have been given to them or that they find in department stores, etc. There are folks that this is me here, that once in a while, if a box is given to me and it is in good condition, where it doesn't have dents and rips and all of that, I will use it if I especially need it for bigger sizes, some reused boxes, and then also mostly majority use brand new boxes. Or are you out there and you only use brand new boxes only? Let me know in the comments below. I would like to get your feedback on that if you do that. Everybody's different, right? I want to make sure, and for us at Madcap Toys Plus, we have our reputation. We have our sticker on the boxes. So before I decide to use a used box when it comes to packing, I always make sure that there's no dents, there's no creases, that the form is still there, the foundation is still there, and it is strong enough to hold the item that I have it in. So that is very important to me. But once in a while, if I do get a box, maybe towards the end of the year around the holidays, people get boxes from ordering. If it's in pristine condition, I will reuse an old box. But majority of the time we do use boxes that we do order, whether it be from eBay Shipping Supplies or from Supply Hut. But I want to hear from you. I want to get your feedback on what you guys do when it comes to boxes. Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Want to talk to you guys today about Madcap Toys Plus and about some sales that we had received within the last week, and just kind of let you know what's going on. A lot of plethora of different things. I did want to let you guys know in the last week we did have somewhat of a slowdown, and it started to scare me because we are at the cusp of the end of the month, right? At least while I'm filming today, we're still in January. By the time you see it, it'll be the beginning of February. So happy February, folks. But yeah, so it started to slow down, but it seems like there had been a lot of eBay issues happening in the last couple of days. There's been many people not being able to print their labels like they normally do. In our case, we're still having to deal with that. And this is in the respect of once you select or print or the wording print label, it is coming up to where it used to just the label would pull up, you could hit print and it would just go to the label maker. Since they had issues over the last couple of days, it's still not fixed as to where you have to kind of do a couple more steps, maybe put it in your label software, stretch it out, and then hit print for it to do it. So this was since the eBay update that they had the last few days. So let me know in the comments below if it's still happening with you like that. It is still going on with us. Also, some people had even mentioned that they had checkout issues as well. So I just really want to hear from you and kind of see what's been going on. But yeah, we're still kind of dealing with that at the moment. And I'm hoping it gets fixed soon because I like to just print my labels as fast as I possibly can. So hoping that straightens up very soon. So let's get to it, guys. We're going to talk about the items that we had sold in the last little bit. Again, a plethora of different kinds of things. So a lot of fun stuff here. Here we go. The very first one is one of our Resellers. This actually was a redo in the sense of taking it down. We repictured this one and fixed the title, I fixed everything. The title, description, you name it. Wanted to make sure I had really specific keywords, went through the item specifics, etc. This is the WWE, the Rock Basics Series 107, the Final Boss action figure from 2019. Again, found in the left wall. So yes, that remodularization that Daren and I are continuing to work on is working very well. And this one sold to Nathaniel. Thank you so much, Nathaniel. And it sold for $14 plus shipping to boot. Appreciate that so much. And then next up, again, we continue to sell packages of the Maybelline Expert Tools Brush and Comb 2-pack. So a couple more of these had went out to Kim, and it was found in River Shelf 3. And we have 20 packages of these left. And total order sold for $23.90 plus ship. So not too bad there. And then, of course, you guys always know we are continuing to sell media. I have heard, and not only have heard, but read and listened to, where folks are actually kind of trailing back to that physical media again, not only with DVDs, but CDs, vinyl records, etc. So it's exciting that the media, people wanting a physical copy is picking up again. I really am enjoying that. And so we sold a CD-ROM in this case. This one is called Z, CD-ROM PC game from 1996. And this one sold to David. Hi, David. Thanks so much. And it sold for $4 plus ship. So got a little bit of a deal there. And not only that, but we also sold a regular music CD. This was from Nature Quest Thunder Magic. Really nice condition. I really like that one. And this one also was found in the Toy Barn. And this CD went out to Christopher. Hi, Christopher. Thanks so much. And this one sold at regular price for $6.99 plus ship. And then we found this book actually in a pile at a yard sale. Almost didn't pick it up, but I thought, well, it's kind of all together, and it was like pennies on the dollar. I think we paid maybe 15 cents if we're lucky, so it wasn't too bad. So we picked up a bunch of books that day. This is a hardcover book. It's called The First 100 Animals by Roger Pretty. So it's kind of like a board book. And this also was found in the Toy Barn, and this one went out to Brittany. Hi, Brittany. Thanks so much. And this sold for $6.99 plus ship. So I try to keep the books around roughly the same price unless they are worth more when I comp them. And then next up, more media. It seems like the books have been selling pretty good. This one is from Signe Books. This was from, again, the brick board buy that we got from Retail Arbitraging about a year or two ago. This is called The Prisoner of Zenda, from Anthony Hope, paperback book, also found in the Toy Barn, and this one went out to Cole. Hi, Cole. Thank you so much. And this sold for $7.64 plus ship. And again, we're continuing to sell off that back wall and the left wall of the Toy Barn. So sold a Star Wars action figure, and this one was a really, really good one. This one is Star Wars, The Power of the Force, Moma Naden, also known AKA as Hammerhead. Action figure, 3 3/4 inch. Again, found in the back wall. Was really happy that we're starting to move some of our old stock there. And this one sold for $7.99 plus ship. And then Daren came into some video games over the summer at a yard sale, so got a box full of different ones. And my youngest son, Justin, had been working on going through all of them, cleaning them, cleaning the front, the back, the pins, and testing them to make sure they worked. So was very thankful for that. This one was called Crash Bandicoot. This was one of the favorite ones my son used to play with all the time. This one was called The Huge Adventure. So it's from the Game Boy Advance 2002. And yes, of course, it was tested, worked well. This one went out to Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Thanks so much. And this video game sold for $12.99 plus ship. Not too bad at all. To say how much we paid for these games, I would say maybe 50 cents each, if that, because we got a pretty big box full of them. Next up, another CD. This is from Lauren Daigle, her CD called Look Up Child. This was also on one of our media shelves in the toy barn. And this one went out to Tracy. Hi, Tracy. Thank you so much. And this sold for $7.99 plus ship. Then, of course, media keeps continuing to sell. At least in this case, we had another one. This one looks like it was more an independent CD, I think. But let me know in the comments below if I am wrong, because I can be. Josh and Sarah Snodgrass, One Hope, One True CD. This was a brand new sealed CD. I like getting those when you can get them, whether they're at yard sales or what have you, and they're a really good price. Grab them. And this one was in the toy barn, of course, and went out to Maria. Hi, Maria. Thanks so much. And it sold for the regular price of $6.99 plus ship. And this next up, this one came from a yard sale. And when you can get full skeins of yarn and they're already in their package, it's always nice to pick these up at a really good price. These came from a lot that we bought at a yard sale. So it was great to have matching skeins because people like to bulk up a little bit. A lot of two impeccable skeins in Seaside by Loops and Threads. And this pack went out to David. Hi, David. Thanks so much. And this sold for $10 plus ship. So again, paid quarters on the dime for a big lot of yarn. And so it worked out really, really well. Profited good. And another item sold from the left wall. We love that here at the Toy Barn. This is the Kenner Star Wars, the Vintage Collection, VC90 Return of the Jedi Paplu figure. And of course, found on the left wall where we've been kind of doing that remodularization. This one went out to Jose. Hi, Jose. Thanks so much. And it sold for $14 plus ship. Not too bad. Took a little discount there. And next up, again, this must have been a media week. We sold another CD. Looks like it just arrived today. That's pretty good. This one is called the Live Kinks CD. And this was just used. It was not brand new sealed. This was found in the Toy Barn. And this one went out to Richard. Hi, Richard. Thank you so much. And this sold for $6.74 plus ship. So a very teeny tiny discount there. And then next, it looks like we had sold just a few days ago a pair of jeans. This was in the Elves bag. So I like selling jeans when I can. This is the women's mid-rise skinny jeans from Universal Thread, light denim size 20W. And this pair went out to Tobias. Hi, Tobias. Thanks so much. And this jeans sold, received a 25% discount and sold for $11.24 plus ship. So I think I had like a 3-day event sale going on at the time. And so there had been some people that took advantage of that. So that was good. That's what it was meant for. And let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So yeah, we did about 14. We'll do one more. How about that? Let's do that. And then this one I found in the shed. It didn't take long. This was before the big storm. This was a brand new sealed DVD called Veggie Tales Sweet Pea Beauty from 2010. Loved it. Brand new sealed. Worked course, it had to work really great. It was brand new, sealed, right? Found in the toy barn. This one went out to Janet, and Janet took advantage of the 25% discount sale that we had for those 3 days. And this DVD sold for $5.99 plus shipping to boot. So those were the items that we had on Madcap Toys Plus. We still have a few that are in pending, but also are ready to be shipped out over the weekend. And then we'll actually be caught up there. And we're continuing to work on Madcap Toys. Of course, Mercari and Poshmark. I know that Mercari, we still have stuff on there, but we're trying to remove to avoid a lot of cross-listing so to speak. So Daren is continuing to do that while I'm continuing to do some remodularization while it's still cold outside over here in the clothing area, until that barn starts to get more where it's feasible to get in there. And then, of course, we'll get back in there with the videos and doing that. So that's what I'm going to continue to do tonight, and try to get some listings up and some editing done before I have to leave again and meet my new grandson on Monday. But you guys have been super fantastic, and until next time, bye-bye.